the silver price and gold price are absolutely flying this morning. That's great news, right? But when I looked at the news headlines, I was completely shocked this morning with what I read. Things are coming to a head, and we're going to cover it in this video. We've got information about home prices. We got PMIs. We've got Tesla, Peloton, Dick's Sporting Goods. Guys, the list just goes on. There's almost too much to cover, and all of this is going to impact the silver price, the gold price, and it's good news for the precious metals. That makes us happy, right? You probably foresaw this, but it's horrific news that we're getting regarding the U.S. economy. And there's a big bonus kicker that we're going to cover as well. And I mean the mother of all bonus kickers that will help the silver price and gold price, maybe even for the next 10 years. And yes, it will also help the platinum price as well. So thank you for being here. So we get up this morning, right? And we check this. You guys check the silver and gold price. We got over 100 people here already. I guarantee you that most every single one of you has looked at the price of silver and gold this morning, and it's good news, right? Silver's up 3%. Gold, last I checked, was up almost $20 per ounce. And when we look at the news headlines, what are they telling us? They're telling us a different story. Things are bad in the economy. Remember, right? When the economy goes into the pooper, the price of gold and silver are going to rocket, and we are getting signs from everywhere. It's happening. It appears to be happening. I got so excited, I couldn't help but come on here and share this information with you. So let's start to dig in, and don't forget, we got the big bonus kicker we're going to talk about, and you pay attention because I'm going to tell you when we hit that kicker, and it's going to be good news for the silver price and gold price. So I just was perusing through Zero Hedge, and I just want to read you these headlines. These are the top articles on Zero Hedge. First, home purchase applications plummet to 28-year lows, as nobody can afford to buy a house. The real estate market is plummeting, guys, or demand for real estate is plummeting. We are just now, right now, starting to feel that. Remember what happened in 2008? The residential real estate market is a critical component of the U.S. economy, and it's looking very, very dark right now. Don't buy a house right now. I'm not offering financial advice, just real estate advice. Don't buy a house right now. Please wait. Now, I could be wrong, so remember, I'm not offering financial or real estate advice, but nonetheless, the fact that the real estate market is starting to crumble, and we talked about this, and you know this as well as I do, the effect, the impact of all those interest rate hikes that the Fed did over the last 18 months, the fastest interest rate hike in the history of the country, not the highest they've ever been, but the fastest. There's a delayed effect. I forget the term for it, but it takes a while, and we're starting to feel it right now. Not just in, real estate. Sorry, I knocked you over there, but other places as well. But guys, that's just the tip of the iceberg. We know the world economy is interconnected. Quick headline. Let's talk about Tesla. Tesla, right? Elon Musk, the future of the world car company, shares slip after a report that the company has lowered German gigafactory production. We've been hearing Germany in a recession. We know China in a recession. Not good. But remember, that is good for the price of silver and gold. And don't you forget, okay, we're going to have the bonus kicker that is really, it'll be like, when I was a kid, my dad was in the Air Force, and I used to go out there and we'd watch the jets take off, the F-4 Phantoms, and they had afterburners. And when they put those afterburners on, the jets really went, right? That's what we're going to see with the price of silver and gold. And if you want to get yourself a nice chunk of silver, I got a deal for you right now. You can get a free 10-ounce bar. Well, you can be entered into a contest, a giveaway, because our friends at Pimbex PIMBEX have given me this to give away to you. And on Sunday, September 3rd, one lucky winner is going to hold this 10-ounce bar. Yes, this exact bar. So it will have my DNA, but don't worry, it's covered in a plastic wrap. I'm not going to say it. Anyway, September 3rd, if you want to enter the giveaway, there's a link to a short video in the description of this live stream. Go to that video and it will tell you to leave a comment on that video saying, thanks, Pimbex. When you do that, you're automatically entered in the giveaway. I love Pimbex. I think they're best online bullion dealer. I've worked with them in the past. Now, back to the situation. And don't forget, we got the big kicker we're going to talk about. Not just Tesla. How about Peloton? Remember Peloton, the exercise bike company? The exercise bike with the iPad built into it that the stock went up 1 million times during the health crisis that we had back in 2020. Let's see what happened to Peloton lately. Oh, it just crashed due to record low sales tumble. Forecasts slashed. Everywhere we look, we talked about this. Who do you have a Peloton bike? Do you? Let me know in the comments right now, okay? Let me know. Yes or no? I'm a no. I don't have a Peloton. Okay? You know why? Because Pelotons were for people that made $125,000 a year or more. That's the fact, right? People that make big bucks. And remember what we heard late last week. There's a rich session going on. That was from Fortune magazine, where they said that unemployment in the upper income earners is way up. They're not getting raises. They're losing their jobs. It's called a rich session. And we're seeing that now in this news from Peloton, but it even gets worse. Foot Locker crashes. Excuse me. Foot Locker, at the mall, expensive overpriced shoes, crashes on chilling echoes of consumer softness. Macy's yesterday, Macy's, right? That's where you can get one of these nice red polo shirts. Yesterday, Macy's stock was down 15%. It's bell time. Thank you, Chris. That's 10 rings of the bell. That's 1 ring for each like. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. We're going to talk about Macy's. This all has to do with silver, gold, and platinum price, okay? Because, guys, things are happening right now. Today could very well be the tipping point, and it's getting very interesting. And when I talk to you about the bonus kicker that is now being recognized, it's gonna get very, very exciting as we head into the end of the year. Macy's, their stock's down 50% year to date. They put out some bad news yesterday, but it gets even crazier. Dick's Sporting Goods. My one daughter plays softball. We're always going to Dick's Sporting Goods or sports whatever. I don't know. That stuff's expensive. Dick's Sporting Goods reported bad news yesterday. Down 25% in 1 day. The stock. That means if you had $100K in Dick's Sporting Goods stock yesterday morning, by the end of the day, you only had $75K. If that was the case for you, I'm sorry. I've been down that road myself. It's almost like these retailers are performing like precious metal mining stocks, right? So all this bad news, okay, coming together at one time, right? Hey, wow, somebody gave me a super chat. Hold on a second here. I forgot. Hey, Daryl Roughly. Thank you, Daryl. Man, that is super generous. Guys, the super chats are awesome and very much appreciated. Help support the channel, helps us support the family, because this is what Susie and I do, okay? This is our mission, and we're glad you're here with us. I'm glad you're a basement dweller. There's only one you. It's not RonTube, it's YouTube, so thank you, and we appreciate the thumbs up and everything else as well. So as all this comes together, it's happening right now. All we're hearing is bad news from these big companies. The Fed is done, okay? I'm going to say it. And Friday, we're going to hear from Jerome Powell himself. Remember, guys, that's big. This is the Super Bowl week for silver and gold and platinum. We're going to hear from Jerome Powell at the Jackson Hole Summit And I think we're going to see a shift. I think we're experiencing the pivot right now because things are boom. And not just in the United States. When we look at Germany, when we look at all of Europe, when we look at what's going on in China, right? Hey, another super chat from Shadow Work, my friend. Thank you. It's happening, but that's not the big kicker. Are you ready for the big kicker? The big kicker is this. I'll read this headline to you, and the big kicker is buried in this headline. And I want you, the first person who can tell me what the big kicker word is in this headline is going to win themselves a gold back, and I'll mail it to you today, okay? Please. Here's the big kicker. U.S. PMIs, Purchase Managers Index, signal stagflation. Service sector slump, price pressures mount. Who can put the word in there? I'm waiting. Nope. Oh, we the people, you tried to jump the gun. Nope. Gold's not the word. Yes. Tyler Cole. Send me an email. ronsbasementsilver@gmail.com. Stagflation. Guys, stagflation is the afterburner. Stagflation is our friend. And I've been preaching it. We've been talking about it off and on for the last year. Look back to the 1970s. That guy, Mike Maloney, whatever, has a short video out that's awesome. If somebody can talk about it in the comments, that would be awesome. I think it's called Episode 7. It just came out recently where he looks at the performance of silver and gold in the 1970s. How does 35 times return, 20 times return? It's absolutely stunning. And that all happened because of stagflation. We've talked about this. Do you know what stagflation is? It's real easy, okay? It's real easy. It's a stagnant economy. What does stagnant economy mean? Well, we just went through about 12 examples of what a stagnant economy means. With inflation, do you think the price of oil's coming down? Do you think the price of food's coming down? Do you think the Fed can control the Fed? The Fed can't control supply side inflation. Oh, let's be smart. Huh? What do you say we be smart today? The Fed can't control supply side inflation. What's supply side inflation? That means when there's a restricted supply of goods like oil or food or what, they can't control that. So we have a stagnant economy with inflation, and the Fed's in a box. I have a visual for you. So hold on. Let me go get this. You're going to love this. It's a box. It says, do not open under any circumstance. Don't open. But do you think we'll open it? Stick around. You'll find out. On that side of the box is an R for recession. On this side of the box is an I for inflation. There's the solution. The solution is silver and gold. You can put your coins in there. Nonetheless, this guy, oh, everybody say hello to Jerome. Hi, Jerome. He's got a little unicorn in there because that's what he does. He makes unicorn fart dust. Hey, he's in a box, a stagflation box, right? He's got inflation, which requires tight monetary policy, right? Inflation, how do they fight inflation? The only way the Fed knows. Tighten monetary policy, but it's supply side inflation. So that's a problem. So he has inflation on one side, and he has a slowing economy, right? The stag in stagflation. That requires easing up on monetary policy. But if he does that, that makes watch your time. Oh, I couldn't read that, Chris. Send that again. Guys, If he loosens up on monetary policy, that makes the inflation worse. He's in a box. He's in a conundrum. He's in big trouble in that stack. Now, what does that mean for the price of silver and gold? Look back at the 70s. That's the last time that the Federal Reserve was in that box, okay? And the price of silver, the price of gold, Neil, I'm sorry. Maybe Neil can tell us in the comments. Neil from Neil Hahn's Dynasty can tell us, did platinum do well during the 70s? But it's crazy, guys. It's absolutely crazy what's going on. We're not even considering what's going on with the BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. We're going to cover more of that. I'm going to be doing another live stream in about Oh, about an hour. Okay. And I've got a lot more to talk about, way more stuff to talk about. But I was just shocked. We're at the point. Things are changing. Stagflation. Wait, we got one more stagflation. Hold on a minute. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Okay, here. Another headline. Yields tumble after European PMIs signal stagflation. It's happening everywhere. We need to get shirts made up that say Ron's Basement, stagflation. I mean, guys, it's going to be absolutely crazy in the next year, 10 years, 5 years, 10 weeks, 10 months, however you want to say it. Hey, I appreciate you being here. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It really helps. And the thumbs up are key, okay? You are the most important part of Ron's Basement, and I'll see you in about an hour.